I think it's untenable to ask people to bear the burden of the significant savings that are going to have to come across the government, which are going to affect all parts of the American economy and middle-class families, unless that's accompanied by some shift towards modestly higher burden of taxation on the most fortunate Americans. I just don't see how you justify that economically, don't know how you do it politically unless you have that combined package. So as part of that process, what we've been trying to do is lay the foundations for the debate that's going to have to come on tax reform. Now, the President has proposed a very detailed, very comprehensive tax changes, letting the Bush tax cuts expire for the top 2% of Americans, and a significant limitation in the ability of that 2% of Americans to take advantage of deductions and exclusions in the tax code. We think that's the necessary and essential element of tax reform, alongside changes on the business side that would lower the rates and broaden the base and clean up all the corporate welfare in the tax code, create stronger incentives for investment. So the two basic centerpieces of reform that are going to have to happen are ways to restore a greater degree of progressivity in the tax code with a modest increase in the effective tax rates of the most fortunate Americans. That's what the buffer rule tries to do by making it clear that, as many Republicans have said, that you need to limit the deductions and exclusions in the tax code which disproportionately benefit rich Americans. And you want to have that alongside comprehensive reform of the business tax system, which would lower rates, broaden the base, and improve incentives for investing in the United States. And what we're trying to do is lay the broader foundation for those reforms so that we're in a better position at the end of this year to set up a process that would move in that direction. But those should be alongside of, not a substitute for, a broader set of savings on the spending side. Just one last point on this. All of the bipartisan proposals for fiscal reform share with the President's a basic judgment that you need to have spending savings alongside some modest increase in revenues. So everybody has looked at this, whether it's Bowles-Simpson, the Senate 6, Rivlin-Domenici, or the whole range of other nonpartisan or bipartisan efforts out there, have all come to the same basic judgment that there's no plausible way politically and no really sensible way economically to try to restore fiscal sustainability without that. And tax reform should be part of that, but it requires some spending savings too.